still be this fly if I work the Popeyes. That's a whole lot of spinach, whole game full of gimmicks. Make a fool out of yourself for
postal academics.
We are not the same, I am an alien.
Nas, I love you. I love you, I appreciate you. Nas, you're one of the first and the only people who, you know, I've ran into. Let me just give a quick story. By the way, great song. Rest in peace, DMX. I don't want to say who got who. This wasn't meant for that. This was a posthumous album. They probably had scraps of this, scraps of that. They're trying to make stuff work. It's unfair for me to say who got who and do all that. Salute to Nas, salute to Jay-Z, and of course, rest in peace to DMX. I do want to say about Nas. Nas, I really appreciate you. You and especially Pharrell, it always will remind me, ever since 2017, I've had money. Since then, I've had this inner fire within me to just show people and prove to people that what I was doing was not just some culture vulture shit. It was almost like I'm here changing shit in terms of media, how shit's consumed, how people relate, how voices are amplified. And I've been oftentimes ignored, belittled, ridiculed, and that comes with it. And that usually is what I'm used to. And I remember, I believe 2019, the 2019 Complex Con, I went to LA, and I've always had this like, yo, it's the new versus the old. It's the people who represent the young artists versus the people who loved and represent the new artists. Or the people who love represent the new artists versus the people who love and respect the legends, or the, I don't call them old artists, but artists from a different era. And I always walked into every room, every building with like a shield up. And for people who are in this media shit now, some of y'all might think I'm your enemy, but I always told y'all I'm running into shit that even if I don't succeed, that's why I always said don't pray on my downfall. Even if I don't succeed, I hope you do. But I'm running to these things for the first time. If they don't respect me, they won't respect you. Okay? They don't respect me for the same reason they won't respect you. They're looking at nobody knows you. You came from nothing. Who are you to have a voice on hip-hop just because you have an audience? So if those things apply to you, they hate you too. But it's easy when you're in the spotlight and people look at you like, oh, why is he the top guy or whatever? It's easy for people to jump on whatever bandwagon and say, oh no, we hate Ak. And sometimes I'm looking at them and say, they're hanging, I'm not Jesus at all, but they're hanging me to the cross, or they're crucifying me because they don't like what you are too. I'm just the most popular name at the moment. And I went into many rooms with that armor up, with, and it's just a metaphor, with my fist up, just ready for confrontation all the time. Artists who probably never saw me, who never had a chance to speak to me, just wanted to get theirs off, or wanted to feel like they were representing for the people who love them. A lot of everyday struggle at first was that. A lot of people tuned in. I had an audience already. A lot of people tuned into every struggle to be like, we heard this Akademiks guy, we fucking hate him. But we never had a chance to have somebody confront him. And, I had to understand that when it came to Joe. Like, there were people who just wanted to see that. And just like how Floyd makes a lot of money off people hating him, I was like, you could just quiver up and die, or you could understand that. So I had that shield that I kind of grew around me. And by the way, I love y'all. That's why I love the chat so much. Y'all helped me with that. It was like, despite, y'all kept pretty much uplifting me and say, despite what they say, we love you. And we're going to put that little shield around you. We'll handle some of the people who going to do whatever. And I was like, I love y'all for that. So I always expected hate. And it was just a few moments within my time kind of moving through the industry that I saw love. And I was shocked. I was super shocked when I was at Complex Con in the green room and Nas walked in. Nasir Jones, one of the best rappers ever. And he was walking and I kind of froze. It wasn't like he was trying to meet me. It's a big ass green room. It's like it was a conference room. Everybody go to their corners or whatever. Because it was like the place you go before you go on stage, whatever respective stage. And I'm like, oh, that's fucking Nas. And my brother, who I always say like he sides with the older generation more than the generation that I feel like I represent, he's like, that's Nas. And Nas walks and I'm just kind of staring like this. And he kind of walks up to me and say, yo, oh shit, it's the young legend Academics. And I never forgot those words because that was the last thing I would ever think that Nas would say to me, ever. And I looked at him and I remember like just in a surreal kid-like way, I dapped him and I'm like, oh shit, Nas know who I am. And for me, it was one of those things where like I just felt I was fighting a battle against everybody. Like I don't think nobody's even like even the people who have reaped success from what I've done, I don't think they really rock with me. I'm like, they might not criticize me, but I'm fighting about whatever. But to get like acknowledgement, to get like, yo, oh, I see you, bro, you doing your thing. Without the, yo, you this, you that. I looked at it and I said, wow. And I remember we had a quick exchange and he talked to me for a quick second and then he went over to where he was going to be at. And like my brother was big on it. Was like, yo, yo, I don't know, why don't you get a picture? Like, we got to get a picture. And I was like, no, I do not want to be a groupie. I'm cool. Like, I'm just glad that I had that moment. And my brother said, no, you need to get a picture. And I was like, yo, that's mad awkward. He was just here. We were talking. I never said it. Like, he went over there. Like, why am I going to? But I say all that to say, I was so incredibly surprised that what I was doing, the movement that we have had, even touched on the radar of Nas. And that I wouldn't say he co-signed it, like, oh, he loves it, but he understood it. And he could be like, oh, it's Ak. That alone made me realize that what we were doing was bigger than just having clout for the moment or whatever. We were building something that was real. And I always remember that. I also, the same moment, which I think I was just, that was like such a surreal experience to me. Was it 2019 or 2018? It might have been 20. No, I think it was 2019. Was it? Yeah, it was. And then I remember shortly even after that, Allen Iverson came in and I was fucking floored when I saw that shit. I was like, it's fucking Allen Iverson. And yeah, it's one of those things where what I've been doing, I stream on Twitch, I tweet a bunch, I Instagram a bunch. A lot of times I don't really think about the people who know me, who I'm on their radar, who respect me, who might whatever. And to see Nas even acknowledge me in a so selfless, humble way, it made me realize we had something real. And it made me realize, Ak, your approach to the game is right. If you asking like, yo, Ak, why would you think that? Bro, I don't be dick sucking these niggas. I don't be like, oh my God, I want a dinner with Jay-Z. I want this, I want that. I've never met Nas outside that setting. I don't be like, oh my God, let's get a meeting with. I don't do it. So I was very pleasantly surprised, and I want to thank Nas for that. I want to thank Nas for even acknowledging me on that track. But that memory lasts the longest just because in everybody's stories, they remember certain moments when they were either ascending or they were taking a hit. And that was a moment I was realizing that what we were doing wasn't only for the people who were under 25. It was actually moving throughout the culture way bigger than what I expected. So salute to Nas. I wanted to share that story again. I believe I shared it before, but I want to share that story again. I love Nas. And again, I don't ask for these shout outs. I don't care about it. But I do care when it's, somebody who I like. You know what I mean? If I don't like it, I don't care about it. All right. Chat. Sorry to have that little moment with y'all, but, we've been fighting, man. We've been grinding, man. We've been grinding, bro. As I hear people call in, like, those tears won't come to my eyes, but like if you could imagine when someone tells me like, yo, I used to listen to you when I was a teenager, and now I'm in my mid-20s. That's 10 years a lot of times. Somebody could be like, yo, I was 20 something when I first got introduced to you. I'm 30 something now. Or shit, I never had a girlfriend, but I'm married now with kids. We are going through life together, and I appreciate you guys so much. I hope you understand that.